Hello, here we go again with a game between 7Q and 8Q played on IGS on one handicap and reverse Komi. So 5.5 points for black this time. Let's check it out. So white is playing a pincer to refute black's mini Chinese opening, which means if white simply plays a move like c6, black would extend back to l3. And this is a nice Moya strategy for black. White could also consider the Kakari right away at p3, and in case black plays a pincer, white can fight with a move like q5 to put pressure, and then a pincer between black stones. That's an option, but another way for white to prevent the mini Chinese formation is to play the tight pincer. Anyway, in this case, white went for the loose and low pincer, which is a bit rare but playable. And here, black doesn't even have to react locally. Black can just play a Shimari like o3. The thing is, the most common move for black is to play the Sun-Sun invasion, so white will separate. And this Joseki will end up center for white. And next, white can attack the lower right corner either at p3 or p4. So in order to prevent this kind of follow-up, black can just play the Shimari directly. And now even if white plays another move in the lower left corner, black can settle his f3 right away by playing d3 and Hane under. And then capture the cornerstone to fix the group in the corner right away. So this is pretty much a trade. Black is giving up the f3 stone to live in the corner, but also to get the Shimari in the lower right. So nothing to complain so far. Now in the actual game, black played a double Kakari, which is also a fine option. White attaches, that's a natural move. And here there are several options to consider. Hane is one of them. Black can go Sun-Sun directly without playing the Hane. And now if white simply protects e3, black connects on the left side, and later on black can activate the idea of f3 by going out. So for example, if white plays here and then just plays away, black can extend g3 and connect under. So it's not always necessary for black to play the Hane g4 exchange first. So if this happens and black connects, white might add another move to get rid of the Agi. But this looks a little bit slack to play it right now. White may end up over concentrated this way, but later on he might do it. Now another option for white is to block on the outside at c4, then black simply connects. And here black can defend with a hanging connection. So the corner is safe, and this defense at g2 also creates some margin to come out at h3. Now when white goes down or plays a pincer on the left side, black can immediately cut through. And this is also playable for both colors. Maybe the Joseki is more complicated, but it's actually pretty much forced. And now back to the original game. White played a crosscut. That's a good move. This is the right thing to do when white has a stone at j3. So black just goes into the corner. Now black can play e4 and d3 in order to live in the corner. And here black can use the idea of d6, but it doesn't have to happen right away. Right now black is center, black took the corner, and can think about moves to reduce the Moya on the left side. Well, playing this no b1s as a center pip exchange, it's also playable, and then invade the left side. But actually this exchange 11-12 can be kept in reserve as a co-threat, so no need to do it immediately. So white took the Sun-Sun, black took the corner in Sun-Sun, and white separates. White can actually play e3, black connects, and now white plays away. approaches the lower right corner. This is better for white, especially now that the exchange of g4, g3 is in place. So black cannot really use the edge of f2 as in the previous variation, where the exchange of hane and cut is skipped. Actually, let's put some marks like here. Alright, so I cut this way, Atari, it's fine, then connect. The connection is actually a fine option. Black can also go out, and then if white cuts, black will Atari and simply capture the two stones, either with a turn like this or a hane on the second line. But playing hane on the second line just allows the Atari from the outside, so black still needs to play d5, which gives white e6 in center. Playing d5 right away, when white plays e6, black doesn't have to react immediately, so this hane is not going to be a forcing move for white. But in this case, white can push at d2 in center and also Atari. So overall, this result is still slightly better for white, because black invests too many stones in the corner and the territory in the corner is not that large. So what happened in the actual game, d3 is actually better. But next, black is making a fundamental mistake. So black should connect first at e3 to keep the base safe and also threaten the cut at d5. So if white goes down, g2, black will just capture the two stones on the left side. No way out for this group on the left because of the wedge Tesuji. So when black connects, white will also connect at d5. So now black still has time to play Atari g2 to expand his corner leaving space and then extend on the left side to make the wall feel a little bit useless, because the wall is facing black stones on the left side and white already lost the corner. So overall this result is slightly better for black. But playing the Atari right away, white can change his mind, and instead of connecting to allow this fix by black, white will just take a stone, which is Atari now, and then go down and separate. So this way it feels like black got a little bit tricked in the local fight, and now white also took center to play away. Actually here it's better for white to play the low approach, because against the pincer it's much easier to fix the group. Well, white can play the Keima and sacrifice one stone to fix the bottom, like this or like this. But okay, it's a matter of choice. After all, high approach is also a fine move in general. Good decision for black to play a pincer because of the strong formation at j4. So white plays the attach in the corner. That's the most common move to react to n3 pincer. Hane, very good. And one space jump. Now here usually black plays the tiger mount to have a strong I-shaped formation in the corner and also keep a lot of pressure on the three stones. Because if white blocks the corner in the 2-2 point, black can hane, and white still doesn't have enough I space. So white is forced to go out Kosumi or one space jump, and white is still on the run. So if black plays the common move at r7, for white is very easy to fix by playing s2. Because in this case, the situation is a bit different, black being so strong at j4. So white is not going to play Kosumi because it doesn't really force another answer for black on the bottom side, like l4, and then block, extend, and then eventually capture some stones with this Tesuji. So in this case, black can put more pressure on white by going down, but in fact black needs to play s5. For black to play a move like r6, this usually happens when black wants to pick up speed, so black doesn't care so much about the corner group and then extend again. And this way is very comfortable for white too. When white blocks s2, he leaves right away. So in the actual game, black connected solid, and makes r6 heavy. Normally, if black has a stone at r7 and white blocks s2 and black extends again at r10, black can control more of the right side and pick up some speed in developing the right, compared to the actual game where black connects and now the group is pretty heavy. So again, black doesn't have to connect, just extend again. If white captures one stone, this is gote, the group is anyway settled and black can play another big point. Now in the lower left, there is a little bit of agi with these c3 stones, but we can get to that a bit later in the game. So black connected, white fixed the group. Well, this kick is actually helping black, so nothing to complain. Then white plays a pincer, quite brave. Black goes out, very good. White defends the corner, and now black plays a counter pincer, but the counter pincer should be r11 or r10, because normally if you think about it, if black plays away, white wants to settle a base by playing r11. So if that's the good move for white to fix a base, that should be the right move for black to remove the base and attack white. So playing a move like r11 will just force white to extend, jump out, then black also jumps to connect his stones. And white is actually on the run. So while white is running out here, black can build territory while attacking. But the idea of playing a pincer is good anyway, even if the execution could have been slightly better. So white jumps and black protects. Black can also use the bump to stay connected with some I shape. But this game is actually nice because it's going to attack p8 more severe, and the plan is to surround everything at o9. So if white plays away, this is the next move. Therefore, white should go out somehow, either with Kosumi or attach. But white plays a probe first. That's a pretty nice move. Now the whole point of playing this move is to give up one stone as bait and then connect above. This is white's plan. So black doesn't have to go for the bait, and black can just bump right away. After this block, there's a problem with the cutting point at q5, so black still needs a move to protect against these cuts, which is p5. And if this happens, white will probably slide for a base. White needs to fix his group or go out like this. How is better to attack? Tuck, tuck, tuck. And white is still on the run. This way black can build attacking, so again it's very profitable. But black played away, so now white can peep and cut. If black connects here, white pushes through. If black connects like this, white cuts the 4 stones. So this is already quite nice for white to capture the 4 stones, which were keystones, and connect his weak group. Already is the second local fight where white got some profit. So black is playing from the top, which is the most open side. That's a good decision. White pincers again. Well, this kind of low and far pincer is pretty rare. Normally the tight one is the most common, and then when black goes in the corner, we have this kind of follow-up, and white will probably extend again. But actually against J17, black can also take the corner immediately. This is the easiest variation to consider, and in this case white might add another move. So white actually played 2 moves instead of just 1 at H17. Double approach again, that's fine. And here black can think about the sun invasion after the Hane. So this will give white the choice whether to block the top or block the left side. If black blocks, if white blocks on the left side, black will connect in the top, and white has to take another stone in order to settle his group on the left. But now black will extend in the top, and it puts a lot of pressure on J17, which is lonely now. So white either extends for a base or jumps out, and then black can play another move in the top right corner. So overall this is not too bad. Black starts to come back in the game like this. And if white cuts the other way, black will just connect. So black takes all the territory on the left side, which is quite nice, and leaves the idea of f17 in the top. Now if white plays, for example, this, and another move to make sure f17 doesn't come out, black just hane and connect instantly. And in fact, oops, that's a misclick. f17 still keeps some RG to use later as co-threads. So this would be an extremely territorial game for black. Black has all this territory on the right, on the left, also the territory on the right, and the territory on the bottom. Each territory looks to be like over 20 points, so that sums up about 60 points for black. White has this area, but there's a rear invasion point around m17. White also has this corner where he captured the 4 stones, and this lower left corner, but there is Agi, because the 2 black stones can still cause some troubles. So white can rely only on the top territory so far, and the lower right corner, which is quite solid. So altogether maybe 30, about 50 points. In fact, it's a very close game. With the reverse komi, I would say black is ahead like this. So Nobi this time, and of course black has the option to play c16, and we can go to a very modern style Joseki like this one, but white already got the extension in place at j17, so black is not going to connect here because it doesn't force white add another move. Black will just play a big point in the top right corner to prevent the approach. So we have the push, block, push again. Here usually black can think about the Kosumi and then threaten the push and cut. So when white protects, normally hane on the second line, connect, jump out, then protect the left side. And white also needs to go for a base here. So the top is actually not going to die like it happened in the actual game. White built the biggest territory in the top zone. So black cuts quite brave. Hane under, it's a good move. Nobi, it's usually okay, get ahead, but here black can think about the clamp, because when white blocks, black has the Atari and white has to save his stone somehow. Probably Atari and hane, and then black will extend, white has to connect, and now Nobi in the center, because this way white's 4 stones in the middle are also on the run, so black is not running alone. Black missed an opportunity here, so Atari and play away. Actually here black can still connect, because if white tries to catch the 3 stones, white needs to play a move like this to go for a net, but black can go down in center threatening to kill the corner. So this move, it's important for white to stay alive, and then black can come out between the groups. If white pushes, black goes down, white pushes again, black covers, and it's connected. It's hard to catch that group for white. Now if white is very ambitious and tries to kill the 4 stones, black still has the clamp and go for the kill. So if white pushes along, Atari, connect, and white has only 2 liberties. So white dies faster, and if white goes down, black can cut, take the 2 stones, and now kill the, Atari first, and then kill the top. If white just blocks, black will Atari. When white connects, black can Atari here. So white doesn't have too many liberties. Again, the semi looks to be favorable for black. So I think black missed to connect the Atari 2 times in this game. First of all, here on the bottom at e3, and now the f16. Even if those 3 stones will die after black connects, black should still connect and fight on. Because like this is just too easy for white to capture and make a Ponuki and a very solid position in the top. So white extends, trying to build more. And q13, it's actually a move that it's a bit too loose because it leaves the Sun invasion available or the attach at R16. Locally, for black it's better to play R15. Now, it's a much stronger position in the corner, so when white goes Sun, black can block like this or Kosumi and go for the kill. And then think about the side territory. With this move, black is trying to build on the side, but it's still open with the slide on the S10 point. So white invades the Sun. When this turn is played, white can just go down S17 and leave unconditionally. The 2-2 point is an option too. Now black can think about P18 to put more pressure on white. So if this happens and black will block, 2-2 point, Atari, and now the only option for white to leave is a Ko. In the actual game, white managed to leave unconditionally. Also, on this Hane, black can think about the vital point right away and then block and descend. Now this creates MI between the connection under and remove the second die at T16. So hanging connection, Atari connect and connect, that's a good decision. White's only option to leave is to play the attach, but this can harm the top stones a little bit. So black played away, but black can block first with a Hane. So if white cuts, black captures everything in the corner. So white's only move is to play P18. Now black protects and white has to go down in the corner to stay alive. And in this case, black can Hane and hurt the top stone, and this way also grow the area in the top right towards the center. So this is quite profitable for black. Of course white can play this move first, but black can Hane first on the first line to separate, and then again white has to go down and leave. And this way black can damage the top from underneath. So if white plays this move, for example, and then protects the top, Hane in the corner will still kill the group. It's only 3 in line. So black protects the right side in Gote. Now when white plays a move like S9, black should go for the top again. Actually, the game is not completely lost for black yet. Black can still connect at F15 and try to fight in that area. But this move was a little bit slack. Now here, instead of Nobi, black can go Atari on 2 stones and Hane. So when white tries to resist, black will just pull back and the stones are connected. Then in the lower left corner, black can always play Hane B4, followed by B2. Then on this Atari, black doesn't have to fight the Ko, just connect, and then D2. Now, in general, this shape is going to die, but here it's a bit different because when white plays C1 to take away the vital point, black goes down, white will try to reduce the space, but in the end, black can just connect under, like this. And well, if black has a Ko threat, he can play it and take back the Ko, otherwise just connect or play this kind of defense against the double Atari and take the Ko later. So this is a way for black to use the Agi in the lower left corner. Nobi. So white got rid of the problem in the top. It's center for black to play the wedge and connect. Now white has to go down. If white doesn't react here and plays in the middle, Atari, throw in, Atari again, kill everything. So in fact, for white it's better to play the wedge and connect. And now if black plays another move in the local area, white can just ignore. So black should wedge first in center. Now if white protects against the cut here, black can Hane in the corner and this will prepare a Ko fight, so white needs to connect. Otherwise, throw in and start a Ko to kill at least 5 stones. That's good to know for the endgame. So black just approaches the Agi in the top left. This was the last chance to use those 3 stones in order to attack the 4 stones in the middle. So white got to enclose the territory at maximum in the top. And now it looks like a difficult game for black. That's not the biggest point on the board right now. Now it's time for black to use the honey in the corner. And leave. Like this. So white protects the... this attack is a bit small. But, well, white got rid of the the P18 Sente. White can also play Atari here, actually. Because black could connect the stone, white needs to protect, and then black can play away. But now already, white has the first chance to win this game. Here is good for white to play a Kosumi, to get rid of the Aji in the corner, and continue all the way Sente. And now there is no way for C3 to leave anymore. And then play some other moves in the center, like push and jump. Better push, peep, and leave it like this. Those points are already black. So again, black can come back in the lower left corner to damage and probably make it a closer game. It's better to block this way and this way. Build a few extra points. So now only the small endgame left. Oh, that's a big minus. So what happened here? If black connects, push, 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 connect. Yeah, this should stay connected. Ouch. 3 more stones died. That's 6 points. No more Aji in the corner. Yeah, the clamp was a good decision. Wait a second. Atari. Atari connect. So push. If white plays Atari from behind, connect. If white Atari here, connect like this. If white connects, black will cut. So white needs to connect on the outside and black can capture the stone and build a few extra points on the left side. This could make the game closer. And now it's done. This can be dangerous. Atari, Atari, and connect. Now black has to play inside to remove those stones to make sure he's alive. So that's a Semedori. All safe now. Oops. Yeah, nothing happens here. So this was it. Black messed up this lower left corner fight and not connecting the top to give him a chance to fight on. I hope you enjoyed this review and we'll see you next time.